Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's MFBuddy, and in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down all of my controller settings and what I believe to be the best controller settings for Fortnite Zero Build. Now, I'm hoping that there is something that you can take from this video, apply to your own gameplay, and it will work wonders. But the truth is, it's not always that simple. So take all this info with a grain of salt. The biggest thing I want to encourage you to do is to experiment, take the time to really dial in your sensitivity, but I'm going to share with you everything that I've got as far as sensitivity goes. So without further ado, you already know it's the MF breakdown. Let's hop straight into it. All right, guys, so it might be confusing with my face over on a different side, but it's so I can show you guys the settings. I'm also going to take a little bit of this video to kind of teach you how to really dial in your sensitivity. So the first thing that I'm going to do, because this is probably what everybody would want to see, is I'm going to go down to my settings and I'm just going to quickly walk through some of this stuff. Okay, so brightness 127, 120 FPS mode. I play on PS5, so obviously I have that on. Colorblind mode, I have it on Tritanope, and then I have it on 10. It helps me see through the storm and be able to see opponents out in storm that are rotating in. So just a little bit of a slight advantage. So right here, toggle sprint on, auto open doors on, mantle activation. I have it on hold forward. I've had it like that since chapter 3 with the blimps. I never moved it back because I got really familiar with it. That one is way, it's a preference is basically what I'm trying to say. So in this, is there anything else that I think? Auto pick up weapons, I have that off. That one will get you killed. Okay, so next section right here, I have reticle on, ammo indicator off. I have it on cumulative, I have the damage feedback off. At the beginning of chapter 4, there was a glitch that full bugged the aim assist. I think at this point it is resolved. So I like having it on cumulative, damage feedback off. Okay, now I'm getting into the actual controller sensitivity. So we are going to go down here. So as you can see, I have this on 4.4 and then I have advanced options on. So a lot of people don't know this, but the sensitivity that you have on without the advanced options will affect the speed with the advanced options on. So I set it to normal. That's where I like it. All this is going to come down to preference for you, but going into my look sensitivity, I have it on 34 with 2% boost on both of them. So really quick before I dive deeper into this, if you do not play on advanced settings, I would recommend doing it. I know that it might feel a little bit overwhelming and uncomfortable, but trust me, this is how you can really dial into the sensitivity that works best for you. So obviously I play predominantly Zero Build. I think that the settings are incredible for Zero Build, okay? So 34 with the 2% boost. I don't really know how to fully explain the horizontal or the vertical boost. The way that I look at it is like if I were to move from 34 to 35% and 34 is just a little bit too slow, but 35 is just a little bit too fast, that horizontal boost is like finding the in between. And I might be wrong about that, but that's how I think when I am deciding whether or not to put a boost on. So the way that I look at this is like 34 0.5 or whatever. So if you're on a certain sensitivity like 34 and it feels too slow, and then you go up to 35 but it feels too fast, go back down to the previous one and then put a 2% boost and just try with that. So 34 2 my aim down sight, obviously 7%, 9%, pretty simple and straightforward. And I play on exponential, okay? So the difference between linear and exponential is exponential. Imagine that it is exponentially increasing and getting faster over time, whereas linear is just one continual motion. The reason why I like exponential is because of all of a sudden the boost comes at the tail end. So if I'm doing slight movements with my stick, I can actually be really precise with it. But if I'm needing to do a flick shot, I actually get a boost at the end that helps me get to my opponent quicker. So that is personally why I like exponential. And also linear feels a little bit more like it picks up every single movement Whereas exponential kind of feels like you can get away. There's more margin for error, in my opinion, with exponential because it feels more boxy, whereas linear feels just more loose. That might not make sense, and I'm okay with that, but hopefully that makes sense to some of you guys. So aim assist strength, I have it at 99. That is just probably a myth, but some people say if you drop it down 1%, it actually is more effective. So yeah, that is my controller settings. All right, guys, so what we're gonna do really quick is I'm going to tell you, if you're first getting into really figuring out your sensitivity, I personally think that this will help immensely if you play on controller. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna come over here, and this is where I personally would start if I was brand new to this. Go ahead and drop it down to 26. 26 for both of these with advanced settings on, and go ahead and put these to 4, and go ahead and put this, let's try 7.7. I feel like that'll be a good place to start, but 26 specifically, try 2% boost. You could also turn the boost off, but I think 26 is a great place to start. You could even go lower if you want. We'll go ahead and go down to 24 just for the sake of the example. But what you want to do, and I'll leave the map code for this practice map, but you're really just wanting to like feel out the aim assist when you walk by somebody and see how that feels to you. Okay, so you just want to kind of like run up to an opponent, these AIs, and just feel what the aim assist does, and feel, okay, do I need it faster? Can I lock in? But that's really like what you want to go for, is getting familiar with the aim assist more than anything. That is like kind of the secret sauce, if you will, is you really, more than anything, want to figure out the best sensitivity that helps you to maximize your aim assist, okay? But what I would do is I'd come up here and I'm just like feeling it out. But it's a great place to start. And then from there, just kind of take some notes of what felt stiff. Did something feel too fast, or did something feel too slow, right? But from there, just start making little slight tweaks to it all. Okay, so again, I'm gonna show this again, but really again, I'm like wanting to feel out the aim assist, trying not to take my finger off the joystick as much as possible. Okay, but it's a great place to start. 26. Okay, and then work your way up from there, and you'll see eventually, as you play certain players that are just really fast with their movement, you clearly are going to need to make some adjustments, right? But in a map like this, from there, just start working it up, okay? All right, and this is a final disclaimer before I end this video. Most people don't talk about this. I play on a 25-inch monitor. I think it's like 24.5 or something like that. If you are someone who plays on a 60-inch 4K TV, just know that this probably won't be applicable to you. And maybe I shoot myself in the foot view-wise because I don't disclose that. But if you have a 24-inch monitor and you have a 60-inch TV, 34% sensitivity is gonna feel extremely different on this monitor versus a 60-inch TV. So it will be relative to the screen, monitor, TV that you're using. So the final thing that I'm gonna leave you with is you really just have to be willing to put in the time and figure out what works for you. Now, quick tip for somebody, if you are playing on a big screen TV, you are at a massive disadvantage, most likely, because most big screen TVs are going to have a higher response time, which means that there's going to be more input lag delay, meaning you will hit a button, right? Hit a button on the controller, and the response time on the screen is going to be longer than my response time would be on my monitor with a 1 millisecond response time. So know the specs of your TV, of your monitor, and if you are somebody that is you find out that you have a higher response time, you got to play with those weaknesses in mind for the time being. But 10 out of 10 recommend investing in a gaming monitor. It will change your life. If you need a recommendation for a budget-friendly gaming monitor, let me know in the comments below, okay? All right, guys, I know that this was a kind of short video, but I hope that it was helpful. I hope that it was useful. Please, if you found any value in this video, as always, make sure to like, to comment, to subscribe for more Zero Build content just like this. But you already know it's MFBuddy. Until next time, GG's, everyone.